Good afternoon, friends. Steven Sheets of my new YouTube channel, or should I say Steven Sheets, Texas Ranger. And welcome to Friday, May 29th live stream show. And today is Friday, May 29th, 2026. Tomorrow's the last day of May. Now today, I did walk Sky to school today, and I walked all the way back. Because walking helps me lose some weight. And I hope everyone's having a good day today. Now, you may not notice, folks, I remade the picture of the remade cast of Walker, Texas Ranger. And, since Carlos Washington did show up on my last live stream show, and, let me see if I can find it here. And let me go to my profile real quick. Uh-oh. It looks like Mike Rhodes is already live with the best of the country gold. Okay, like I said, I did read the remake cast of Walker, Texas Ranger. And, this time we added somebody else for Trevette. None other than the real actor named Clarence Gilliard. This time we have Carlos Washington as my partner. My partner of the Texas Rangers. And I still have me. Then we got Scarlett Darlin, Richard Bentowski, Dry Socket, and of course, Haley Mitchley. And Carlos Washington was the first guy who did show up on my last live stream show. And my last live stream show was on Tuesday the 26th. But I cannot believe I have 9 copyrights on my channel. But it's a good thing there's no impact on it. Now, here's another picture of the real remake cast of Walker, Texas Ranger characters. And here it is. You see, I have me, Carlos Washington, Scarlett Darlin, Richard Bentowski, Dry Socket, and Haley Mitchley. Those are the remake cast of the 8th season of Walker, Texas Ranger. And, I really do know the theme song of Walker, Texas Ranger well, alright. But one thing to mention about Season 2 of Walker, Texas Ranger, where there was this different theme of Walker, Texas Ranger. And, hold on, first of all, now, you see, I remade this picture of the remake cast of Walker, Texas Ranger, and it was the first time I ever remade these cast characters members. Now, here's the link on the chat, so that way, if any new guest stars like to come on up and maybe say hello, or some sort of like that. But it's a good thing we're going to stay in this house till October. And hopefully in October there will be a much better home. Alright, just give me a couple of minutes here, folks. Like I said, this is the link on the chat here, so that way any new guest stars like to try to come on up and maybe say hi or hello or some sort of like that. Now, like I told you before, folks, the Season 2 theme of Walker Texas Ranger theme sounds familiar to me while I was watching the episode of Walker Texas Ranger on TV. Now, I want you to listen to this theme song closely. I told you, that is some familiar theme song of Walker Texas Ranger. I told you, that's some of the familiar theme song of Walker Texas Ranger in Season 2. Buck Stanley, welcome aboard. I've already sent a link out on the chat here, so if you got time, Buck Stanley, you can come on up if you want to. And, right now it's a beautiful day out here. And we might have this beautiful weather until next Friday. We may have a little bit of rain. And Sky only got 2 days of school left. And then after that, she's off for her vacation. And after her school's over, I think me and my sisters and Sky are probably going to go out for a little swimming. Maybe at the pool or somewhere else. And, but like I said, it's a good thing we're staying in this house till October. And tomorrow night on Svengoolie, in the town, there was terror when a giant-sized spider is on the loose, ready to attack the humans. It's the 1958 sci-fi film Earth vs. the Spider. That'll be premiering on the net Svengoolie tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central on MeTV. Now, there's someone already sent me another friend request by the name of Branded. Hold on, let me look at the name closer. Branded Bude. And I'll just call him Burnett B for short, because this is a hard name of the last name. But Burnett B is another great Facebook friend, and he's currently living in Winnie, Texas. Now, Winnie, Texas is a city part of Texas. And Winnie is the city part of Texas. Not like the character named Winnie the Pooh, you know. And, but yeah, like I said, we're going to enjoy this beautiful weather for the rest of the week until next Friday we have some rain. Then Saturday we have another round of sunshine. And Mom just told me that Aunt Ruth is in the habit. And she's hanging in there. And she's going to be staying at the habit for a couple of weeks, you know. And, but like I said, Buck Stanley, if you want to, you could come on up and say hello or something. What's this? Looks like Carol Bright Eyes is starting her karaoke Logic show. And she's having some very good friends around the world. And but first of all, I want to look up something here. Alright. Let me take a look at the map real quick here. And see where Burnett B is at. And that's where Burnett B is at. He's at Winnie, Texas. But, not like the character named Winnie the Pooh, though. But Winnie, Texas is another good city part of Texas. And, right now, Brent B is, a person who enjoys doing live stream. And, he did have some great pictures, and, but now he has a new album coming out, new release available now. It's Brent B Country Volume 3. And Brent B is the first man. He does country music kind of like me as well. But I just want to say, Carlos Washington, that you want to see me in the Texas Ranger badge? Well, here I am. Excuse me for 1 minute. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, like I said, Brent B is the first man from Winnie, Texas. And I think he might try and come on up and maybe say hello or something. Or maybe this person would like to try to come on up and maybe say hello. Name Aaron M. Alright, maybe we should try and have Fanny McGiver would like to try and come on up and maybe say hello or something like that. Squirrel Swirl, hello there. Welcome aboard and glitter wave to you. I hope you're doing well in Canada. And, I hope you're doing well in Canada, and welcome aboard on the chat. And, but there will be no karaoke show today. But maybe tomorrow I might be live for my next karaoke concert show. But first of all, I need to make a couple of phone calls before I need to make a couple of phone calls after this live stream's over. Well, first of all, let me make sure. I need to see if Haley Midgley would like to come on up or something. Or maybe Rich White would like to try to come on up. But Squirrel, if you start your Saturday's karaoke show, I might be there. And if Claire Joy also would like to be there, I know that you enjoy that songs, some of the duet songs that Claire Joy and I do. And first of all, Squirrel's World, the 1986 film An American Tail, featuring some of the great characters that I had never seen in this movie. First of all, we have Fievel, the tiny mouse who lives in the big dreams, alone in a new country, who searches for the most important thing, is family. Now, the ending part of the American Tail movie is when the Statue of Liberty gives a wink. What's that? You can do your own songs too, it's up to you. Yes, I know that. Yes, I understand that. And, Now, first of all, like I told you folks before, when it was the year in 1986, that's when the first time animated movie is the first film released. And, like I told you about the movie when Fievel, the tiny mouse who lives in a big country, and the film that I was talking about is called An American Tail. You see, An American Tail is the first film from Universal in 1986. And that's when Fievel, the tiny mouse who lives in the big dreams. But alone in a new country, he was leading to fight against the ferocious felines, who is searching for the most important thing in the world, family. And then there were some pretty good songs in this film in 1986, such as the one that Claire Joy and I do, Somewhere Out There, sung by the legendary Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram. Now, James Ingram is the first man who duets with Linda Ronstadt. And then Linda Ronstadt, who covers one of Terry Clark's classic tune, Poor, Poor, Pitiful Me. And I first heard of that song before. And then after the American Tail, hold on. Then after the American Tail film in 1986, when Fievel becomes the sheriff of the West, and he roads into town. And this title film is called An American Tail, Fievel Goes West. I think I have a family double feature films of the American Tail. And, but the American Tail, Fievel Goes West is the first Western film and comedy of all time. And then, but the ending part of the American Tail, Fievel Goes West, is when that dog, the talking dog, tells Fievel that you're the hero, the only one. And then, after the American Tail, Fievel Goes West, Fievel has gone back to New York City. And the first time that when Fievel lives back in New York City, such as this film, entitled An American Tail 3, The Treasure of Manhattan Island. You see, The Treasure of Manhattan Island is the next An American Tail classic film. And, I did like the trailer of it, though. And, especially I like the Statue of Liberty, who is now in green. But the first time that Statue of Liberty turned into gold, first of all. And the Golden Statue of Liberty during the American Tale's ending part is when the Golden Statue of Liberty gives a wink to Fievel and the other mouse friend. And I really do like an American Tales classic. Oh, and Shirley Eston. I did remake the remake cast of Walker, Texas Ranger a little different this time. But first of all, this theme sounds familiar. Listen to this, Squirrel Swirl. I know that you're here, Squirrel Swirl. But, I'm talking about the remake cast of Walker, Texas Rangers that I remade. This time, I remade Dustin Weiniger to a new person named Carlos Washington. And Carlos Washington did show up on my Tuesday the 26th livestream show. He tells me it's true to being a cowboy. That's right, Texas Rangers. Now, I want you to take a look at this closely, Squirrel Swirl. Here are the remake cast characters. Here are the remake characters of cast of Walker, Texas Ranger. Here we have Carlos Washington. Carlos Washington is the first man who did show up on my Tuesday the 26th live stream show. And he told me it's true being a cowboy. Next, you still have me. Next, you still have Scarlett Darlin, Richard Bentowski, Dry Socket, and Haley Mitchley. You see, I remade these guys since Carlos Washington, who did show up on my Tuesday the 26th live stream show. And it was a fun time with him. And I've already shown him some lines of Cordell Walker. But when I did watch Walker, Texas Ranger on TV for a little bit, there are a couple of parts that I've seen from season 2 of Walker, Texas Ranger. First, they were in part 1 of somewhere something in the shadows. That's when the original truck of Walker, Texas Ranger, took a beating after it's gone through a hard ride. It jumps through the railroad tracks, and it runs through the trees, and jumps through the trees, and it crashed through the shack. And, but the good thing, Walker and Trevette were still alive. And then that's when Cordell Walker tells his partner Trevette, was like, you know what? What? I think I'm going to wash this truck. And I mean, that part right there was a little familiar, though. But now, I do want to show you some new pictures that I made. Has anyone ever seen the show called Nashville Now? You see, Nashville Now is the first country music show that I've seen on TV a lot. And, First of all, let me get the logo picture ready first. Whoops. And let me get two pictures ready first of all. Okay. This is the remade picture of those. This is the remade picture that I made. It's called the Special Edition of Nashville Now. You see, I remade this picture since I first heard of the show Nashville Now. And sometimes in the episodes of Nashville Now, there was some guest host of Nashville Now. The first one was Clint Black hosting Nashville Now, then Susie Boggess, then Waylon Jennings, then Travis Tritt, no, Charlie Daniels, and some other country music guest hostess. But now, here's that remade. I'm hosting the Nashville Now. It's just a picture, that's all. And then after some of the guest performers, I interview them. And you know, I think this gives me an idea after this live stream's over, I think. Maybe I might try to work on the introduction of Nashville Now Special Edition. And try to know the guest stars' names. And hopefully that will turn out well. And you know, maybe for my next karaoke live stream show, maybe we'll call it Karaoke Nashville Now Show. No, that's not gonna work. Let's just call it Karaoke Concert Show. And first of all, that'll be a perfect name. And I think we better stick with the karaoke concert. The name of it, that's all. But I do want to take a look at my phone real quick here. What's that? So that would be a perfect name? Come Karaoke Country Style. I'll think about that name of the title there, Squirrel's World. Right where it says, Come Karaoke Concert. Come by for karaoke style country. No, wait. Come by for country style karaoke. Mm-hmm. I'll have to think about that name there, Squirrel's World. I like it, but it's your stream. I'd rather just stick with karaoke concert name. Or I should call, I don't know what name should I call for my next karaoke show. Now we won't get rain on Friday, but Saturday we are. Since there's only going to be 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms that day. Think of it. Think on it. It will come to you. Don't streets. Next 10 days right here. Well, at least you're inside safe now. Think on it. It will come to you. those streets over it. Squirrels, I think I've just think of an idea. Maybe I'll be your co-host for your tomorrow's karaoke show. But yeah, Squirrels World, like you're the host and I'm the co-host of, and maybe I'll be your co-host for your tomorrow's karaoke show. And hopefully we're gonna have some fun with your show, and maybe have some great musical performers who like to try to come on up and sing. Don't worry, all over it. Happy to have you as a co-host. Yeah, that just might work on your show. And Squirrels World, I did visit Bruce Harvey livestream show on Monday the 25th. He might have me again on Monday, June 1st. And I'll be having fun with him. Hopefully I'll have fun with him and show him some of my great musical performances. But Bruce Harvey have a little laugh from my 2 of the comedy hee-haw songs. And he did a little bit of laughing of it, though. And Squirrels World, for your live stream karaoke concert show, when you say hi there, folks, I'm Squirrels World, and I'll be saying and I'm Steve Sheets, Squirrels World's co-host, and you can say your line anytime you want. And hopefully that will be your great karaoke show on Saturday night. And a quick reminder, folks, that tomorrow night on Svengoolie, I know Squirrels World doesn't like any horror classics, but like I said, there's another classic film coming up tomorrow on Svengoolie. I know some of y'all don't like Svengoolie, but there's a classic film where it took place in a town where there was terror, where a giant-sized spider is on the loose and it's ready to attack the humans. In the 1958 sci-fi film Earth vs. the Spider, and Earth vs. the Spider is the first scary film of all time. I know some of you don't like scary movies. And but September 4th, remember that, it'll be my birthday. Last year I was 32. Now this year I'm going to be 33-year-old. And I still need to think of something that I want for my birthday when September comes. But don't worry, I'll think of something. All right. So yes, Squirrels World, you'll be having your co-host for your karaoke show tomorrow. And first of all, I need to do something real quick here. Carlos Washington, he lives in New Mexico. He was the first guest star that he showed up yet Tuesday the 26th. And Carlos Washington is right about one thing. It's true being a cowboy. But this is not a real black cowboy hat. It's a black fedora. But the white cowboy hat that I'm still having, I got this white cowboy hat from the Boot Barn, and it fits comfortably, you know. And Squirrels World, you start your sleeping live stream soon, huh? Don't worry, Squirrels World. I'll think of a name. But it might have to take me a lot of thinking about the name for the next karaoke show. Let me see. First of all, let me find something here on the wall. Let me find a little something on the wallpaper here. All right. I have to find a picture with a neon sign of the next karaoke concert show, and maybe see if I could try and do something about that. But I hope you're doing okay in Canada, Squirrels World. All right. And Squirrels World, I don't believe it. I have nine copyrights on my channel. I don't believe this. I can't believe this is happening to me. But the good news is, though, there are no impacts on the copyright. Yep, YouTube is rough, all right. this way. Hope you are. Exactly. Yep. No impacts, no action needed. That's right. And like I said, I might have to find a picture with the neon sign of karaoke, and I'll have to rewrite with the neon sign in it. And if I work on that, I'll have to put a post on it on my channel. And hopefully that'll be turning out well. And hopefully that'll be alright with it. And like I told you folks before, Sky has 2 days of school left, and then she's off for the vacation. And maybe for the vacation, I think everyone's gonna go swimming, or probably hold on, or maybe Nikki and myself might go to the Harrisburg Senators baseball game and watch their favorite baseball game. Or maybe sometime in the summer vacation, maybe Nikki can take us to the Wild West City, because the marshal really needs me for an assistant. And I have a perfect name with the star badge and the cowboy hat and a short sleeve red shirt and some pants, some socks, and a toy pistol and boots. I shall name myself Ranger Walker, the real actor of Chuck Norris, none other than Cordell Walker, Texas Ranger. And amazing. Thank you. But I've got a little important thing right here. In 2 weeks, Nikki and Jesse are going to have to think of something about me taking me to my job at Walmart. And I usually work from 9 till 3. Till 3 p.m. And sometimes I usually work at World Farms in Aberdeen, Maryland. But now I might be working at Walmart here in Carver, PA, Pennsylvania. And but Nikki and Jesse are going to have to do something about that. And Mom also told me that the balcony that I was at this morning is getting old. And she also tells me to be careful, so I won't get hurt. And the workers across the street are building something bigger, probably like a bigger place or a bigger building, some sort of. And I don't know what it is, but it might be important. And Sky also gave me this little Bible. And it also has the faith of Jesus Christ. And in Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2, and I want you to listen to this carefully in verse 1 and 2 of Romans chapter 12. I beseech you therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, in which your spiritual worship. Verse 2, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind. Now, transformed is the part of God. And Jesus Christ is the greater, and for everyone here in the United States. And we always have faith in Jesus Christ. And the Lord's watching over us. And the Lord always watching over us in the United States. And but yesterday, on May 28th, I was out in the balcony for a little bit longer in the evening, since it was a nice view for day and night. But then I had to come in and wake up Jessie at 2:40 in the morning so she can go to work. Then at 6:20, wake up Sky to walk her to school. And walking, like I said, it helps me exercise. Now in Acts chapter 3, verse 1, now Pete and John were going up to the temple at the hour of prayer, the 9th hour. Now, the temple is maybe a familiar place. You're doing a great job for your family. I'm doing my best, Squirrel Swirl. I'm doing my best. Glad there have you, and you have them. Yes, it's true, Squirrel Swirl. Now, Luke chapter 21, verse 1, Jesus looked up and saw the rice putting their gifts into the offering box. Now, the offering box is another type of part of Jesus Christ. And, like I always say, Jesus is Lord. Now, in Acts chapter 5, in Acts chapter 18, verse 1, after this, Paul left Athens and went to Corinth. Now, in Isaiah chapter 49, in Psalm chapter 50, verse 1, the mighty one, God, the Lord speaks and summons the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. Now, we do have a sun out here. We do have a sunny weather for the rest of the week. But Saturday there could be a little round of showers and thunderstorms. And, but it's a good thing we're inside our new home safe and sound, away from the rain. Now in Matthew chapter 14, verse 1, at that time, Herod Tetrarch heard about the fame of Jesus. Now, Herod is the first character, not like John heard, but Jesus always proved about Herod. Now, Romans chapter 3, verse 1 says, then what average of the jewel, or what is it the value? Now, value is the name about the price. And value is also proved about Jesus Christ. And Jesus is protecting us from any danger. But someday, I'm doing my best to protect my family from danger. And, but hopefully in October, there will be a much better home for my family. And, hopefully I'll have myself a better room. And just enjoy it with the family. But someday, probably Nikki, Jesse, and Sky and me gonna take Mama probably to Tennessee. Probably to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, or Nashville, Tennessee. Pigeon Forge is another city part of Tennessee. And there was some great dinner and shows there. Like one such couple of places like the Bear Jamboree. Bear Jamboree is the first place that my mom used to went there. And there's another place in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, was the Comedy Barn. You see, Comedy Barn is a comedy theater. And sometimes, if we do go to Tennessee, probably we'll be going to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and maybe go to the Comedy Barn, so that way I can maybe do a little comedy of my own. And, or maybe Nashville, Tennessee, where I might be trying to become the newest member of the Grand Ole Opry. Or, probably going to the AJ's Good Time Bar and Grill. That stands for Alan Jackson's Good Time Bar and Grill. Where they have karaoke there. And some other karaoke places in Nashville, Tennessee. But I don't know which one in Nashville, Tennessee is. But, Nashville, Tennessee is home of their great country music. But I really don't know if Nashville, Tennessee has any radio stations. But I'll think of something what I'm going to do. But anyway, Squirrels World, you'll have your co-host for your tomorrow's live stream. And, but like I said, if you start your live stream tomorrow, you'll have a co-host, and I'll be there. But anyway, I think this will conclude my Friday, May 29th live stream show. Thank you folks for watching. I do thank Squirrels in the chat and Bud Stanley for showing up in the chat as well. Now for YouTube people, if you ever check out my YouTube channel, check it out, hit that like button and subscribe and the notification bell. And send me comments about my videos. Facebook people, check my Facebook account, hit that like button and the following and the notification bell. And send me comments about my videos as well. So hopefully if Squirrels World starts our live stream tomorrow, I'll be there. God bless y'all. We'll see you next time. Until then, this is Steve Sheets reminding you, stay warm, stay cool, and make sure you wear some shirt and shorts to keep you warm and maybe get cooled off in the pool or something like that. But like I said, we'll see you next time. Until then, this is Steve Sheets reminding you that Jesus is Lord.